Hello, and welcome to our latest dairy market update. Today, we are going to look at how UK dairy exports performed in the first half of the year, as well as looking at the progress of the UK's trade negotiations. In the first 6 months of 2020, the UK exported 707,000 tonnes of dairy products, that is, products under the trade codes 0401 to 0406. This was down 83,000 tonnes, or 13%, on the first half of 2019. However, this includes a large amount of raw milk crossing the Irish border for processing, which itself accounted for around 63,000 tonnes of the decline. If milk and cream are excluded, exports of all other products totalled 288,000 tonnes, down 20,000 tonnes, or 7%, on the year. Most product categories were down year on year, with cheese exports in particular down 14%. However, it is important to note that we saw an uplift in trade in the run-up to the March 2019 Brexit deadline. In 2020, we didn't have the same boost, and additionally, disruption in trade from the impact of the coronavirus pandemic will have impacted Q2 figures. As we make our way through the Brexit transition period, the focus is increasingly turning to where the UK will stand when we are fully separated from the EU. As of mid-August, there has still not been a deal agreed with the EU. The transition period ends on 31st of December 2020. If we exit without a deal, many dairy goods will become subject to tariffs. Goods going from the UK to the EU will be charged under the EU Common External Tariffs, while goods coming from the EU into the UK will be charged under the new UK Global Tariffs. The UK tariffs are based on the EU tariff rates, but converted into sterling and with some simplifications. What both sets of tariffs have in common is prohibitively high charges on some dairy products. For example, butter imported into the UK without a trade deal would be charged £1,580 per tonne, or about half the current value of butter, since UK wholesale butter prices have been around £3,000 per tonne in recent months. However, there is still a chance a deal could be agreed in time for the deadline. Alternatively, the UK government could choose to change its UK global tariff rates. However, these tariffs would then apply to all countries that the UK does not have a trade deal with, not just the EU. Similarly, the EU Common External Tariffs apply to all countries they do not have a deal with. Therefore, it is highly unlikely that they would change their import tariffs just because they do not have a deal with the UK. One last thing to note on the Brexit front is that the protocol already agreed for the Irish border will mean that products can cross between Northern Ireland and the Republic tariff-free, though if they are then moving onwards to a further destination, tariffs could still apply. But the EU deal isn't the only deal being discussed, as the UK government is trying to sort out trade agreements with a number of key trade partners to cement their standing post-transition period. One example is the UK's trade negotiations with Japan, which are aiming to build on the EU-Japan trade deal agreed in 2019. Under the EU deal, Japanese tariffs on cheese such as cheddar, mozzarella and blue cheeses were going to be phased out. The UK only exported 434 tonnes of cheese to Japan in 2019, but this was up 90% on 2018. A deal that drops cheese tariffs could help this market continue to grow. Finally, the UK is still subject to additional duties on its exports to the US as part of the ongoing US-EU aircraft dispute. These additional duties are set at 25% of product value and encompass nearly all of the UK's dairy exports to the US. In June, the US announced it would be reviewing the tariffs with the threat of potentially raising them further. However, in August, the decision was announced to largely keep them the same, with only some minor changes which did not affect UK dairy. As talks between the EU and US continue, these could still be subject to change. Thank you for tuning in to the AHDB Dairy Market Update. For the latest news on the UK dairy markets, including trade, prices and production, please visit our website.